Hello, welcome back to Planet Zoo. Today I'm continuing my Land of Amarok project. Last time I explained a little bit what an Amarok is. I will maybe continuing explaining a little bit. So an Amarok is like a gigantic wolf, as I said last time. But specifically, it's like a giant wolf in the Inuits mythology, and Inuits are like the original inhabitants of Alaska, Canada, and like the Arctic regions. So I think that was a good place to start with the name and like the story behind it. So there you go. So in this video, I started on a small hiking trail entrance area and also like a small car park next to it for people that's coming there with a vehicle to place it there. Again, no animals here in this video. I must admit I tried to make like a sort of habitat where I can work around, where I had this hiking trail entrance, but it didn't work out at all. So I used these invisible walls in the game, but they actually don't function as a wall at all. The animals just walk through them. It was a complete mess, and also find a bit weird that we also had to add all these facilities of like the trading center, the staff rooms, etc. In a sandbox, it's really weird that we have to do that. Also, buying the animals, we also have to scroll through the lists of the trading pages, and it's all kind of a hassle, in my opinion. But yeah, other than that, I tried the animals. It didn't work. So I think I will fiddle it around later. It's not in the video, of course, but yeah, I will. I think I'm just going to make like a habitat that's lower than the paths that I'm making here, so that the difference in height of the terrain will be the habitat barriers. And then I will, on the other side, I will cover the walls with several rocks and terrain. So I hope that will work out in the next couple of episodes. But I will see where I take that. Here I will maybe continuing seeing what I'm doing here. So I made this small wooden sign that you mostly have on these hiking trails, where you have like a small map overview of where you are gonna end up. So I don't think there are any monitors or screens in the game yet where I can put like a custom image. I hope they will be in the game soon. But for now, I just made a wooden board, and yeah, I will just keep it like that until we can improve it. Also, these small, you see this pole with a wooden arrow. I think I'm going to use that for now as like the directions of the hiking trail. I'm planning to have like several routes, so I will make several kind of arrows, maybe even smaller variations with like a small log that's coming out of the ground with small color, like these colors that normally are there to assign the different routes. So that's for the probably next couple of videos also. And I also here using the small logs. I like them a lot to show like the borders of the actual path. I eventually removed the actual path itself so that we now have the terrain texture of the terrain path, but I think I'm just going to add the paths back on there, so maybe we can have like people walking there, interacting with the animals that I will eventually place. And talking about animals again, I don't think I'm gonna add that much different animals, mainly like the wolves, of course, that's a given, but also bears. And I'm not completely sure if there are any other animals of like this region of the planet. I haven't checked them out yet, but the bears and the wolves are for sure going to be in there. I hope they work together. Well, can live together, I mean, in the habitat, because I'm not planning to have like separate places where each species will be living. So yeah, that's fun to try out later on. I must also say the foliage in this game is so great. I also like the standard filters that we have for the different biomes. So because there is so much different foliage, I could just filter on the biome, then pick out the pieces I like the most. Like you have also different variations in sizes of different plants and stuff, but I only use the smallest variation of everything. So I also make like a custom tag in the game where I can even filter even more down to the pieces I use. So that's a very nice feature in the game. I must also say I had some issues here on this part where the game started to get bugged every time. I couldn't use my shortcuts anymore. That's so annoying. I don't know that you guys or anyone else use shortcuts, but I always use them to switch between like move and rotate, to switch off and on the angle snap, and all these shortcuts are so much necessary for me at least. And like every 10 minutes they stop working, then I had to save the game, reload the game again. So you probably will see that in the footage that will be yeah, cut out. Well, not cut out, but you will see cuts in the video. But I hope that's not too annoying for you guys. And what I'm still doing here is like finishing the small car park for the people who are gonna go on the hiking trip. But also what I was thinking after I made this the video, but I will do that next time I think. Is adding like a small ranger hut. I think that's a nice addition to the parking lot. Yeah, I completely have no room anymore now because I completely filled the sides of the whole parking lot, but I guess I can, like you see here, the rock terrain formation, I mean, I may put the ranger hut on top of it with like large wooden poles that support it. I think that may work. Or if it doesn't work, I can just remove parts of the foliage I made on the back or on the side, and I will just place it there. So I think that will be a nice addition. Also, like the, how do you call that? I think it's called a hunter's tower or something like that. I think that will be cool to also add in my on several places in my nature park here. Well, it's not, as I said last time, it's not going to be a park, but just like an actual, just an realistic environment with wild animals. And I hope I can pull it off with the animals in the game and the habitats. But yeah, that's something I must figure out outside of the recording. So here I'm finishing off the video with last rocks, foliage in between the rocks to make it a little bit more realistic. Finish it off with some details. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.